Hello, good morning, and welcome to Skyblast. My name is Elegant, and this is Political Update. Today in the house we have Barrister Ba. Okay, I'd like that you introduce yourself to the general public.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. It's elegant. My name is Alifama.
Okay, okay, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Today on the program, we're looking at the general happenings in our society today as regards politics, because we just completed general elections, opened the eyes of so many Nigerians to the happenings, in our country, and also to it made us to become aware of certain things that a lot of people were not aware of.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's
and
correct.
one of those things happens to be um, budget planning and all that. Now, we have situations whereby um, bills have been passed, budgets have been given and all that, but when it comes to executing,
It's a different
it's
problem.
a different ballgame. So our question now is, how do we go about resolving the issue that surrounds executing projects after budget has been passed?
Interesting. Interesting. And it's my pleasure uh, being in this particular studio this morning. And we call it political what?
Updates.
Because it's interesting. So we found out that the problem is that earlier than now, we have been some leadership has been a problem in this country. Leadership has been a problem. And just as I was reading last night in the newspaper, the graph of yesterday, so we found out that both the PDP, the APC, just to have a gang of people that sees Nigeria as their shop mall, their business center, so to say, and then decide what to do. If you really find I'm really sure I'm seeing the newspaper here, I'll show you this people can make up their mind, they decide what happens in this country. This thing started about the colonial days, then the colonial period, and then when the British people handed over power, and they now saw themselves as king makers. In fact, they see Nigeria as their own shop. They decide what to do. And unfortunately, all of a sudden, from nowhere, our brother people who just emerged from the news and they opened our eyes. Why? We now know now that we have value. What do I mean by this? That that card you have as your voting card, in fact, is supposed to determine whatever happens.
Yes.
We never knew this before. But from this particular onset now, this particular thread, now we now knew that there's a very little particular card, and everybody now realized that. Then the young man opened our eyes, now we now know that it's not by making noise or fasting or whatever, but that particular vote now you can now make. So the last election, particularly, to tell you the truth, my sister Elegaza, on the 25th of February, I voted at Ibarian Primary School. Do you know that a woman came to the voting center with the dream she was having from the hospital?
Wow.
And everybody was,
That's
how do I
interesting.
want, where is the devil? How can I vote for Peter? And from there, if their party started, the INEC officer did not arrive there till 1 p.m. I was there 9:30 a.m. We were waiting, we were discussing everybody. At the other center where my wife voted, then some youths came together, bought pure water, hired chairs, provided up. Nobody should go. Let
To
us now.
ensure that the people can still vote.
And all of a sudden, they just carried out that particular rape of democracy. That's what I call it. Rape of democracy. Because tell me why the viewers or whatever they techniques they were using now, worked out in that out of House of Representatives, worked out in that of Senate, then come to presidential. They deliberately decided to commit that particular political money. So it's a hopeless thing. It's a hopeless situation. And we still pray that God will revive it and let the voice of the people be given their greatness.
Well, I'm going to take us back to my question,
Sorry,
even though you have expressed.
very well, very deviated, so to say.
So now the question is, how do we
Budget.
hold people accountable as regards to budget?
Thank you very much. You found out that this leadership of the thing is something that people look at it as if it's a bomb. But the little things you do for the people, they wouldn't even mind even if they are massive wealth of together. Look at something like roads. Look at basic infrastructure. Look at the education. Are we together? If you cannot take care of this, then these things are budgeted for. But we don't think that because of our greed, avarice of the black man, the primitive accumulation of wealth, we don't need any lesson from your predecessors, even from history. Because the moment somebody dies
That's
right?
the end of it.
You don't know what happens to the rest of the whatever you acquire. And even if you try to learn from history, because by the grace of God, my first course in the university was direct education. You find out that from the olden days, nobody takes anything up. Because even if somebody is buried, a corpse is buried with any valuable, that very night.
So we don't want.
So you find out that the contentment is what we like. So for budget to work, don't come out of the question asking is that whatever we have been budgeted for, let us now know that the votes count and that the welfare of the people should be the paramount thing for anybody who is in leadership position. Give them that little things they require. Education, their welfare, sanitation. Look at everywhere, dirty everywhere, and people are supposed to be in charge of those things, they don't care. The moment they learn how to that money, they use it for a business, not selfish interest. Take care of the people, make sure that the environment is in order, that people get the basic things they want.
Okay, talking about taking care of the people,
Yes.
because this is democracy. That's Mahmoud should resign. But up until now, the judicial system has done nothing as regards. How can we go about?
Seeking for that right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. My sister, if you remember what I told you, that from pre-colonial days, some group of individuals got themselves together. And yes, some Nigeria has their own shopping center, their shopping mall. They decide what happens. In fact, they say they rule Nigeria, they manage Nigeria. It's in this paper. It's in this paper happened. I yes, this telegram. Then I will show you now. So what happens exactly, my sister, is that those group of people, they've not selected themselves and they're now controlling almost every other sector, including the judiciary. So sorry, I'm a lawyer. But then you find out now that most times you hear the judges or the master telling you that my hands are tied
Yeah.
just because of those power that
Okay.
are we together? Because now find out that, for instance, let me give you an example now. In the state level, the magistrates now, the magistrates is being created by the government, the state government.
And sometime last year, was it last year, last 3 years? That was last 3 years. The not too young to run bill was passed. And that gave back to some of the young people who we see today, in coming out, for example, the Lagos State level party candidates, but they go. Now, if we must kill Godfatherism in Nigeria, I think it's high time that more young people come into the picture, so that another narrative can be formed. My question now is just let's take Lagos State as a case study. What happened during the elections? Of course, it's obvious that Labour Party won that election,
Very well.
but because the government in power Of course, they have to do what they have to do
That
to
is
ensure
it.
that they remain in power.
Yes.
Okay. How do we support these young people?
Yes.
Okay, because it is only when they are in power that we will be able to remove godfatherism from the
And
picture
change narrative.
and change the narrative.
Very well.
So how do we actualize this goal?
Thank you very much. I will start by saying this particular one saying that they say that a journey of 1 million miles starts from the state.
True.
As at moment, I'm happy as a citizen of this country. Why? Because at least our eyes have been opened. And we now know that people have been denying us our rights, in our inalienable rights. Because when I was in law school, one of my lecturers said that when God was depositing all the things he had in this country, minerals, liquid, solid, even human brain, because that brain like that is very intelligent. That the white man went to God and said, Papa God, why are you blessing this country this way? Don't you know that they are talking about country? And then the man equally said that God now told the white man, wait and see type of people are going to put there.
Okay.
The people are even talking about that. Say, but God now went and brought all the jobs of human beings. So to come back to your question, my dear, the only way now, like I said, a journey of 1 million miles starts with a state. We have started very well. The important thing now is for those people now that are going to form the legislative organ at the highest level, at the national level, which is National House of Assembly, which comprises Senate and House of Representatives. They should know their unions and their rights. I'll give you another example. Let's go to the great Bible. If I don't know that, by the time Moses was no more, then the leadership now fell on Joshua. Now, the people of Egypt now saw the way God was the blessing the Israelites. To the extent that even when the midwives were giving instructions to assassinate and kill these babies, these women were vigorous enough to deliver before them. They started by legislations. First and foremost, tax masters should not be over them. Raw materials were provided for them. At the stage, raw material was not removed, yet they still to protect them. Then get. But God prepared it that the resources of Egypt were used in training Moses. At the end of the day, Moses then came back again. So, what am I trying to say? It is legislation. When we start by legislation, the legislative organs at the state level, unfortunately, a good number of us do not understand even what we are in. Was happy with our
Go
result
to
or
court.
the court. Now, the court, they have stifled and remove the strength from it and then the powers. Why am I saying this? The electoral says you have more 80 days now to determine any malpractice or any irregularity that were reported. But then up till now, they have not made any international like you said. So the thing is that my answer there is that it is being checkmated and they know what they are doing. That same kind of I call without Father is a food reason by one time now. They are in every sector, economic sector, social factor, local factor, political factor, and they have a goal. But I know, like I said initially, with this particular trend now going on and with the emergence of our brother P2P, it's not clear. The people's eyes are not open. It's a matter of time.
Okay. Another question
Yes.
is, um, we all are aware that, of course, the APC presidential
And
candidate who is now
they
presidential
said they elected.
elect,
They said they elect.
they said
They
it's
said
okay,
they elect. I
fine.
know they said they elect. They
It's
said
all
they
right,
elect.
no problem. Now, there is this rumor going on
Yeah.
concerning his real age.
Okay.
Also, according to one of the suits filed by Peter Obi,
Because a criminal is not supposed to lead. And in fact, that people say what they know. It is only a court of competent jurisdiction that can declare somebody a criminal. When you are tried for criminal offense, and at the end of the day, you are convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction, you are not a criminal. What is a criminal? We do our brother in this world. Other nations where has committed this atrocity and we are tried and then convicted are ready to come and testify. But just giving time, making sure that that darkness will always be penetrated in Nigeria, still waiting on God. Are we together? Because all now are aware of what's happening in Nigeria. Threatening people and whatever, but he's a strong man. Wrong. Peter is not an ordinary man. And because they don't remember that whatever you do, there's some biblical background to it and Christian faith. So whatever God does not allow, the book of Lamentations is the Bible saying, whatever God does not allow cannot happen. Because he puts both the power of life and death. So they're threatening him. Don't come. Look at the purported they detained him in Heathrow Airport in London. This one's from Nigeria here. But I know, as far as God is alive, they cannot succeed. Because justice will always triumph over wickedness, over wickedness. Because light and darkness
there's nothing in
will
common.
be. Darkness can never comprehend light.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
No, you can still sit over. All right, well, welcome back to Skyblast political update. And still with me in the house is Barrister Back,
Right.
and we have been having this conversation concerning the happenings in Nigeria as regards the past general elections. We will be continue going ahead with this conversation because this is actually where we are, the states at where we are in this country. We have the swearing in on coming up very soon, and May 29th. And a lot of people, it's a mix. It's a situation that has given birth to mixed feelings in the hearts of the people. Some people are happy, while some are not sad. Lots of Nigerians are not happy. But then, is there a possibility that May 29th will not happen
in Nigeria.
in Nigeria. Is there a possibility?
Yes.
And if there is, just
Thank you very much. Thank you, my sister. You see, the thing is, there's one of these musicians. I don't know his name now. Is it? I don't know, but the music is a popular one. As it is with us, let me use that like a
okay.
balance.
Okay.
It's with us
They bring them.
we pain them. So this is the two right sides of life. It's either paining you or sweeting you. So what happens is this: if God will assist us, and then even the powers that I mean the world over now, because what is happening in Nigeria now, everybody's aware. That's one of the basic things of technology now. The world is now a global village. So if justice should not prevail, to me as an individual, and then from my knowledge of the law, there should not be 2019. Why? Because issues, the the malpractices, the injustices, and then everything that was surrounded as another particular presidential election of 25th April should be trashed out before the so that if the power of God and the power of light and justice should prevail, there should not be tonight. But should the powers of the darkness now that has been hovering and then engaging Nigeria according to them, so it's neither here nor there. Why? Because Mahmoud, I tell people, Professor Mahmoud Mohammed, with due respect, he allowed himself to be arrested. He's a professor. He behaved as if he did not even pass through federal certificate. Now I tell people that his case, I'm talking as an individual, that's my opinion personal. His case is just as worse as that of Judas Iscariot, who sold his master. That people should pray for him that he did not go the way of Judas, who went ahead and committed suicide. So if this man should have the rethink, God is a forgiving God, God is a God of mercy and compassion, and then and God, the forgiveness is one thing that God taught us, and some individuals, someone like Joseph in the Bible, someone like Stephen in the Bible, they demonstrated that. So if you should rethink and purge himself for that head, the ironical aspect of all this up till now, just like you pointed out, INEC has not made any pronouncement. And the judicial, the tribunal has not gone forward, but we are still waiting because we've got one thing.
All things are possible. Now let's bring it down to the states.
Okay.
Okay. What happened during the presidential election?
Yes.
It's somehow perceived to have happened on the 18th, because there are in some states, like Enugu State, for example.
Yes.
Some of the parties that lost out are currently vying to go to court and insisting that 29th May should not happen as well.
Okay.
So let's bring it down to Enugu State. The people, we believe, voted for that.
Yes.
But then Labour Party and APC are of the opinion that their mandates
Was snatched.
was
stolen.
How do we clarify this?
Thank you, my sister. To me, the final that opinions are free, but facts are sacred. As far as I'm concerned, there was an election in Enugu State and the rightful candidate won. Why am I saying this? I was then discussing with my family. I don't know if anybody has instituted any action in the tribunal. I don't know, not to the best of my knowledge, because some weeks back, they say they have the tribunal in Imo State, Abia State, has gotten 5 petitions. But as at moment, I'm not aware if anybody has instituted anything. And in law is the number one. Okay, because whenever you have the rule of law, people will enjoy. You not look at anything. That is why in our judicial system, whenever you see the legal representation, it's a woman blindfolded with a sword and the scale. Because it will not take two to tango. Even if for the whole nations are already classified into two. So what am I trying to say? There's a limitation before a matter becomes statute bad. I'm using a technicality now. So let me give an example so I can understand. If there's a decision now of a court, normally it is 90 days, which is 10 months. The moment you are to go on appeal, you have 90 days. The moment 90 days elapses, it becomes statute bad. And I think it's applicable now with the Federal Act. I don't know if so at that moment, I'm not aware if anybody has gone to the tribunal. And if they don't go, not until it becomes statute bad. So
Well,
the
from what we gathered, I think
yes.
some persons are already
And
identified.
to go, no problems. It's okay. Let them know they bring their facts and figures. Somebody, one member of my church said that the truth does not go to court. And it's a truth and makes them good and the both. What goes to court are laws and
Laws
the
of
facts. Laws and the facts. So let them bring it up now. I think
Okay.
whatever they bring up there now, it will be contested. It
Okay.
will be my word against your vote.
Okay. Okay. So now everybody here in Enugu, most let me not say everybody,
Yes,
most
most people.
people
Okay.
are actually in support of Peter.
Yes.
And the major reason why they are is because he presented a manifesto
Very
that's,
well.
you know,
Applicable and
very
acceptable. I think I have a copy here.
acceptable. That's the word to the
Yes.
people. And aside from that, people see him as a man who has been able to grow from
From the class.
post to pillar. He has been able to
Exactly.
manage his own personal
Resources and
resources and then amounted to something that is worthy of emulation.
yes.
Now, there is this other factor that some other persons are pointing
Okay.
at, which is the fact that he was, as at the time, the Chimaroke Namani's administration, he was
The
the
participants in that
Commissioner of Finance now. And people are perceiving that he might want to walk in the steps of Chimaroke. Do you understand me? So why do people think that
that's
he's
in that impression.
thank you?
Yes, my sister, you're welcome. Elena. You see, it all depends, just like what I'm doing. That's the music. I don't know. I don't. I've forgotten
As you
the
can sweep them in the
independent. Why am I saying this now? You and I are here in Nigeria. You know, they keep better. You must have already know papers and everything. Chimaroke brought Sullivan Chin, campaigned for him, they installed him, contrary from other advice. Let me not report other things. But before I that, the moment Sullivan was sworn in, he detached himself completely from Chimaroke
Chimaroke.
and went on his own as an individual.
Okay.
My Sullivan was is a lawyer, my colleague, and I know him personally. We know ourselves personally. So that's an example. So people now having the impression that because maybe Peter Mba, His Excellency Peter Mba, had some association with Chimaroke and Namani then and then it is a wrong impression because he's an individual who has his own opinion, who has his own opinions, who knows exactly what he wants. Are we together? So we find out that he has a clear program that he's going to pursue. And even if it's just like the book of Ezekiel, the great book, I read Bible very well. He have put in the idea that the fathers has eaten the son of him, and then children sit and set and age no more. It is now on metal so to say. Let me come to palace, it's on metal now. You come to a child, you go, your father will be the patent of it.
Sure.
Are we together?
Yes.
So anyone who goes on that impression is living in an Adamic age, and that is wrong. Because you want to go, and even the Bible, the great book again in First Timothy asks us that I was doing this to pray for those in leadership position because they see a number of things there. So for people with that impression because it's closer to Chimaroke, it's a wrong idea and a wrong notion. But I pray for him that God will give him the right frame of mind and give him his angel to guide him so that he will not elevate the portfolio ones and give us good governance.
All right. Thank you very much, Barrister Mba. We do appreciate you coming to the studio to have this conversation with us here on Skyblast TV Political Updates. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. We say thank you very much for staying with us. My name is Elegant.
Use ape to act like a human, but what will happen at the end will shock you. We are looking at one of the most twisted science experiments ever done. This baby boy and this